can hear you.
Do you have a camera?
I'm a little sick, so I'm sorry.
Can you take a few
my name's
pictures?
Leslie Leon, and my name's Jocelyn. And we are from Gage Park High School. And we came here to talk about our school and how it needs help because our principal won't listen to us or support us. So we're here to try to make a difference and be heard. Recently, we had a test, federal government test. It's called the NAET. And most of us refuse to take it because they seem to not really care about our safety, yet they want us to take some tests to make our testing scores look better and whatnot. And we're concerned about our safety, and not just if we're safe in the school, but I mean the condition of the school also. Some concerns that we have are about our windows. Our school windows don't work properly. They actually cause accidents already. Some students have gotten their fingers caught in the window, like it fell on their fingers, and they're not able to move the same anymore. And it's happened several times, not just once. Another thing was our books. We don't have updated textbooks, and I don't know how the principal expects us to learn to get good test scores if we don't have the right books to learn or the materials. The teachers don't have them. Our computer lab, not all of it works, so it's not fully functional. We also have some mobiles, and we have classes there, and there's water leaking in some of the classrooms. It's a concern. Our heater sometimes is too hot in school. It's really hard to focus on what the teacher's saying when it's extremely hot in there. And then opening up the windows is kind of dangerous because they will fall down if we don't want no one getting hurt. So, I mean, that's another thing. Or when it's like, we can't, when they don't turn on the heater, the air conditioning, sometimes it's too cold or too hot. So we're never able to learn, right, because it's either too hot or too cold. Our metal detectors don't work properly. They're not working right now. So, I mean, that's a concern to us, because what if someone's trying to take something inside the school and it hurt us or anything like that? So that's one of them. Our food is not at the CPS standards. The food there is the government paid. Another thing that they also did recently, they took 4 of our avid tutors. They took them out, they removed them. And these tutors didn't only help us seniors, but they also helped the sophomores, the juniors, and they were a huge help. They would help us. I mean, there's only one teacher to help around, helping us, so we had 4 extra tutors to help us on that. And the cool thing was they didn't just help us seniors, they helped anybody who needed help. We didn't have to be necessarily an avid to get help. And so they removed them, and they put 2 tutors in each freshman's class, 2 in each class, and only the freshmen and tutors. Another thing that has been happening right now, I don't know if any of you guys have heard, one of them was on the news. There's have been incidents that they call. There's 2 females that got sexually harassed or assaulted. So we're concerned with females, and we don't feel safe in our own school, and that's sad. All they seem to care about is our testing scores. They want us to take this test that doesn't really doesn't help us in any way. It's just testing to see where we're at, and instead of worrying about our safety, we're worrying about taking this test and bribing us with food and movie tickets. And yeah. And I was one of the students who refused to take the test, and I had told them. I had told the person that was there to give us a test. I told her I wasn't going to take the test. If I could please go back to my normal classroom and continue my normal schedule. She said no. She told me to go back in the class, the test room, and sit there until the test was over. So I sat there, and it went by for like a couple hours. So I was just sitting there doing nothing, and I wanted to go back to my classroom because I was looking forward to what we were doing in one of the classes. And I couldn't go And then I started getting hungry because our lunch periods were some of the tests, so we were without lunch or anything like that. And since I didn't take the test, I wasn't gonna get food. So I kind of without eating, I was hungry. So I don't know. I mean, if they don't want us, if they wanted us to take that test and worry about that test, but they don't let me go back to my class today. And then we were also recently, it was a Thursday, we had a LS meeting, and a lot of the students got out their classes. We had about, I would say, 100 students or so that got out their classes to attend this meeting, and our students have the right to be in that meeting. So we were there, and we even had permission from the teachers, so they knew we were in that meeting. They we weren't in class or anything. So they were aware that we were there, and they were trying to get us back to go back to our classes. So they were trying to get us out of the meeting. And one thing was, if they want me to take this test that I refused to take, yet I was still in that classroom and I couldn't go back to the classroom to continue my schedule, they were trying to take us out of this meeting that the teachers knew where we were and all that. And that made it seem like all they care about is the testing, when our safety should be one of the priorities right now, and not the test boards or anything like that. And another thing that they have been doing, according to the special ed teacher, they have been removing kids out of self-contained without addressing their individual education plan, and some of the kids were actually sexual harassed or assaulted from the special ed, which is sad. And another thing is, we would like to research and turn it into the committee next month, because we're trying to make a difference here and actually be heard about our safety that is our worry right now. And my question was like, how could you get a principal that came from a school that was on probation, and our school just kind of got off probation? So like now this principal is going to the school. Yeah, someone wanted to talk to you guys about, so you guys can be aware that we are concerned about our safety and they don't listen to us. And we tried talking to the principal, it's been months already, and we tried talking to her, but she seems to always be busy and never has the time to talk to us. So if she can hear us out, we're going to try to do something to be heard. That's what we're trying to do. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
At that LSC meeting, and I was there, the principal supervisor, I'm
sorry, sir, could you identify yourself for the record?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And Madam Chair, do you recognize the question from the audience? Yes.
My name is Alfred Rogers. I'm a board member, one of the original Latino organizations in Southwest. But at that meeting, the principal supervisor was right there. Did you give her all these problems yet at the time? You did?
Oh, we were telling her.
Well, I don't want to tie this thing up for too long either. I'll give you my phone number. You children, come over to the office. I'm not asking you to come on to my house or nothing like that.
Okay, he's a great grandfather.
Right. I want to make sure that some of the other board members here, because the board meeting this month is not going to be held on a Wednesday because they didn't want confrontation. Yeah. So you could have come down maybe then when you didn't have school. See? Now if you have to come down to when it's going to be held in April, so they want to shut you up. So we have to work together. I know we got a teacher right here. We got to touch base because you got multiple problems.
Oh, yeah.
We were trying to talk to the principal on Thursday when we had our meeting, but she was trying to avoid her questions, and she wasn't answering the questions. The head security, she was answering all the questions for us, but at the end of the meeting, we were told by the principal that she was going to stay and talk to all of the students that were there. But when the meeting was called over, she was already leaving and leaving us behind. So she's basically ignoring the envelope.
Well, you have to go to the. We have the too long.
Yes.
We have the process.
one question about this and a short one, because we've got to move on to other people who want to speak. Yes.
Okay, my name is Ronald Jackson. I'm an LSC at Tilden High School, also a member of the NAACP. Ms. Clarice Berry, I was at that LSC meeting with those students. And it is a disgrace that the way downtown were disrespecting those students when they had a legitimate concern, because I was invited to the meeting by some of the students saying that they tried to meet with this principal over a number of times, and she refused to even acknowledge them at this meeting. And it seems that they was trying to deliberately deny them the right to address the local school council about their concern about the safety issue. And they did write everything out, what the safety issues at their school. And it seems as if the board does not care, safety and security does not care. All they're caring about is testing at their school, and something really needs to be done. Because at the meeting...
I've taken notes of everything that they were complaining about, and you certainly have a representative here from CPS. I can guarantee you Monday, I'm going to make a phone call. I'm assuming Laura is going to follow up on this. I'm not going to mention the student's name, but this certainly is important enough that I think I need to look into it, and so does CPS.
Madam Chair, point of order, we have several other
Yeah.
witnesses,
Thank
and
these young ladies for coming up and bringing this problem to our attention. I'm personally going to get involved, and I don't want to speak for Laura, but I think that we'll see what's going on. Thank you for having the courage to come here.